Hey YouTube, David with DRC Garage. I just got some more parts for the Samurai in the mail. I believe these are the leaf spring bushings for the Jeep Wrangler springs, the YJ springs. Pretty sure these are the bushings for those. What's crazy is that Rock Auto will put a base model Acura sedan on their magnet, but when I sent them pictures of cool Jeep Cherokees I had or BMWs and stuff like that, I never got a magnet. Pretty dumb in my opinion. Hyperflex. Never heard of that. Oh yeah, all the bushings for those Wrangler springs. Let's go grab the springs and get those puppies in. All right, let's get these things in. Oh, nice. Staple just became part of my thumb. That felt great. Let's get the main eye first. Big ones. Yeah, these big ones. Gonna need a hammer. These are spares for the leaf spring shackles off of a Wrangler, because it's a whole Wrangler kit. These would have been for the Wrangler shackles, but I'm not using Wrangler shackles, so I don't need these at all. Only the ones on the springs. Another thing I want to try and fix is I have a tin top, and it's got a big rear hatch on it, and when I try to open this and close it with my tire on the back, a stock tire is like a 205 55 15, I think, and it's okay. But when I've got a 235 75 15 on the stock door hinge with a steel rim, and it's a lot heavier, and so my door will kind of sag down and then it won't shut at all. And there is adjustment on these doors here and here on the hinges. What is you loosen the nuts on the top and bottom hinge, and then the door can kind of slide back and forth a little bit on there. There's a little bit of adjustment. This nut is completely stripped out. I think the nut on the backside broke free from its tack welds or something. But what happens is my tires are so heavy that when I loosen these and adjust the door out, then I put my big heavy tire on it, and after one or two closes, even though I tightened it, the whole door just kind of sags back down all the way, and then it won't line up anymore because the door is too heavy for these hinges, or the tire is too heavy for these hinges. So I'm going to put my tire on, adjust it where I want, and then I'm going to weld the hinge to the door where I've got it adjusted, so that way it can't slide down anymore, and I'll be able to shut and open and close my door as many times as I want. If I ever get a new door, I'll just get new hinges with it. It's not a huge deal. This door is kind of crusty anyways, if you can't tell. So I'm going to weld the hinges to the door, and hopefully that'll make it to where I can open and close my door way easier with the spare tire on. Not too sure what happened, but my phone just completely stopped recording right as I started welding and grinding on it. But anyways, got all the cut off, now it's got to paint them. If you ever have to buy paint for something, do not buy this quick color Walmart paint. It absolutely sucks. It is the worst stuff I have ever used. You have to put the thinnest layer of paint possible, wait 10 minutes, and then put another extremely thin layer. If you try to stack this or paint it smooth at all, it just bubbles up and absolutely fails. This stuff sucks. Avoid it at all costs. Alright, so I've got those painted white. It's not perfect. This white paint really sucks. I can't really get it to stick or not show that red right there. But that's okay, because this weekend I'm going to paint the entire car the color of this hood, this blue. Just got back from Walmart. I got all the stuff to paint it, and this is what I'm going with. It's called Saint Tropez High Gloss Saint Tropez Blue. It's like a bluish teal color. I really like the way it looks. I think with this and some tan accents, maybe some black accents, it'll look really cool. It'll definitely look better than this. And I'm also going to be painting the interior of the door and the back door white so that it matches the rest of the white interior. So super easy to strip this door down on the inside. It's like 5 screws total and then a bunch of plastic clips. I'll have to tape up the handle and lock because they don't come out. And then I'll get all this painted white. Got the first coat on, super thin coat just to get it to stick good. Let that dry 10 minutes or so, hit it with a second one. Got the third and final coat on. These are nice and white now, match the interior. Now I just gotta reassemble and get to the other door. I've got two coats on the side now, and you can start to see how the color is going to turn out. It looks a lot more blue on camera because it's nighttime, but it does have a lot more green to it. You'll be able to see that in the morning. But I'm having a hard time getting it to stick correctly. It's probably too cold out right now. I'm going to have to let this dry for a while, and then I'll try and hit it with a third, or I might have to wait till tomorrow. So I've got it all masked off now. And if you saw from other videos, I had a black sticker right here that said Samurai. I really liked that and I wanted to keep it. So I put one piece of tape over it, and then I sat here with this razor blade, cramping my fingers up for the last hour, just tracing out, cutting tape, trying to save this Samurai badge. And I think I got it. It'll look good when it's done, but man, that was a pain in the butt. My fingers are killing me. But I've got the whole thing masked off now, ready to paint it. I just gotta wait for it to dry a little more. The sun comes out some more and dries all the water off from me washing it earlier. And then I'll go ahead and start laying some paint on it.
that cheap white paint I used is really biting me in the butt right now. Stuff just does not let stuff stick to it good. There were a few spots on the other side like this, and I had to like do 1,000 super thin coats and let them fully dry just to get it to actually like stick properly. This white paint, cheap stuff, just absolutely sucks. Down here where there was the purple and the blue, like the good paint, it sticks no problem, but that white stuff just sucks. It's gonna take a lot of coats and a lot of work to get this to look good. And all the coats of blue on the body now. All that's left is to get the roof and then to clear coat the entire thing so it's nice and even and smooth. And then she's all done for now. Later on, once all this dries, I'm gonna tape off the door hinges, door handles, little stuff like that, accents, and paint them black. The mirrors, I also gotta paint the door jambs. But for now, I need to clear coat the whole thing and get the roof done. I just finished taking all the tape off and getting the spare tire back on. It didn't turn out quite as perfect as I'd hoped. The paint's a little cracked and messed up in a few spots, but overall, it looks awesome. It looks way better than it did before with those stripes. It's all one continuous color now. It's my favorite color, like a teal. All I have to do now is wait a few weeks or so till it's fully cured, and then I'm gonna paint the hinges, the door handles, and little accents like that black, so that way it's two-tone and it's not just solid blue like a Smurf mobile or something. So that's gonna be it for this video. I just finished doing the cylinder head and pulling the head off on it. Like I said last video, valve springs and all that stuff. Found some new stuff out. That'll be in the next video. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.